This is Lou Galan, the president of our HOA. I wanted to take a few minutes here to explain everything that's going on as we get to the end of the year. There's a lot going on, so I thought it would be a little bit easier to break out the information in this little video to explain everything that's going on. We're going to cover a few things. Assessments are going to go up. We're going to also ask for a vote on an even higher assessment, and I'll explain that in the next few slides. So first of all, we'll start off with the 2026 budget. It has been sent out to everyone. It came to you in an envelope just like this. It has the assessment and also the vote that we're asking everyone to send back. And I'll discuss that in a second. So 2026 assessments have increased. We increased it by 3%. And we also broke out the insurance as a separate line item because about 8 years ago, everyone was receiving an annual assessment for their, or an annual bill for their portion of the community insurance. The community asked the board to break it up into monthly payments and then make the monthly payment for insurance and the monthly assessment one payment. So no one, no one on the board currently knew that that was happening. So we broke it out so everyone could see it, and then you could see why your assessment is the payment that it is. So we did it for a little bit clarity, especially when insurance went up from about 25,000 to $60,000 annually. It's important to see why that cost has gone up. We also, in that same envelope that I just showed you a second ago, you've got a ballot. We're sending out a ballot because we're trying to go above and beyond what the 3% increase was because we need to do it. And I'll explain that here in a couple of minutes there. But we're going to ask you to vote to set the assessment, a monthly assessment. This is not a special assessment. This is just our new assessment that we're proposing of $350 a month. And I'll get into the numbers here in a second. I would love to see 96 ballots returned. You'll be able to mail it back. You'll be able to bring it to the special meeting that's happening this month. Or you can shoot an email to Jatana to cast your ballot if you won't be able to make it or mail the ballot back in. And some of the reasons that we're having to do this is because utilities have increased over 40% in just 1 year. It's not a usage thing. Our usage has only gone up about 3%. What has gone up is the rate that the city of Tempe is charging us for water, for trash, for wastewater, aka toilets and all that sort of stuff. So I'll show you how badly that has gone up in just a 1 month billing. And the reason we're also asking for the increase in the assessments is our reserves are going to be drained after we do the repairs to the roofs that were damaged during the haboob that happened back in August or September. We have a lot of residents who have been struggling 6 to 8 weeks trying to get the insurance taken care of, trying to get a roofing company lined up. So they've really had to suffer for about 6 to 8 weeks. So we have to get those roofs fixed. And that's going to take a lot of our reserves out. Those repairs are going to start this week, the 4th. I think it's going to take 2 or 3 weeks to get the 3 buildings done. And then we're also going to be asphalt. We're going to reseal the asphalt for the remaining part of the community there. That's going to happen right after the roofing. We had to move that back. So for 2026, we'll just go over this really quickly. Our budget is going up about 11%. Not too many areas that we saw prices going down. We're trying to find a new landscaping company, and we think we have, which should reduce our landscaping costs by, I think, about $500 a month. Our administrative costs have gone down a small bit, about $300. But a lot of our contracts have gone up in rate. Maintenance and repairs, we had to budget more for that just based off of what we spent this year. And taxes and insurance, those are going up because we have things that we have to do, like our annual audit and things like that. So about 11% increase, which is, you can see, more than the 3% of that we are allowed to do as a community. And here's what I was talking about utilities. So if you look at the numbers in 2024 for the September water bill in 2024, we used about 32,800 gallons of water. And at a little over 3 cents a gallon, that bill was 10,564. In 2025, we used 33,877 gallons of water, about 1,000 gallons more. That bill was $11,958. So that translated just for the water portion alone, $1,400 more. So everyone could say, hey, well, we use more water. How do we cut back on water? But even if you didn't use more water, if we used the 2024 usage, that bill still would have gone up $1,000. So it's really not a usage problem. It's just that the rate of water has gone up significantly from year to year. And the water's not so bad. It's the wastewater that we really took a bang on. So 2024, 31,000 gallons. That bill was $7,900. In 2025, 32,000 gallons. So again, about 1,000, a little more than 1,000 gallons of wastewater that was generated, but that bill was $10,491. So that was an increase of 2575. And if you kept the wastewater usage the same, that bill still would have gone up $2,200. And then trash went up by about $200 year over year. So combined in 1 month, we're spending $4,200 more for water, wastewater, and trash. In a year's time, if you take that as an average, that's $50,000 more that we're spending on water, trash, and sewer. How do you account for that? It's even if we kept our usage the same over the previous year, it still would have been like a $40,000 increase. So again, it's a big cost of living jump that we have to reflect in what we bring in with assessments. In our financial update, this shows $462,000 in total, but we still have to pay for the asphalting. We have an electrical repair that's about $5,000 we need to repair for. The roofing repairs alone are going to cost, I can't remember offhand, but $180,000 or something like that. Yes, we're going to get insurance payment back as a claim, but it's not going to cover it all. We're going to have to pull money out of our CDs to cover that, and also to make sure we have enough in the operational fund to just pay our monthly bills. So as you can see, we're going to quickly drain our reserves, and we have to get more money back into reserves and also fatten our operating budget, because we really should be about $55,000 in our operating on the monthly basis. So why are we trying to increase it to $350? If we increase our assessment to $350, that'll allow us to transfer about $210,000 into our reserves. That almost doubles the amount of money we'll be able to save. If you look at the yellow arrows there right above it, it says 283. This is what our assessment is going to be for 2026. That's going to allow us to save $107,000 based on our budget. But if we increase that to 350 and the budget stays the same, we could put 210,000, almost $211,000 away. It's not going to solve our problems overnight. We've got roof repairs that we need to do. And what we mean by roof repairs is it's just time to replace our roofs. So again, I don't anticipate our reserves growing for at least 4 to 5 years, because as we finish the roofs and complete the roofs, then we can start stashing money away if we can maintain $350 as our reserves. That $350 of reserves, about $307 is our monthly assessment. $42 of that will go to the insurance. So out of that $350, about $136 we should be able to put into our reserves. So that's why we're asking for $350. We don't think we can go any higher and have it approved. So this is why we are asking you to vote on raising the assessment to $350 for 2026. So the important dates I want everyone to keep in mind is we are going to have a special meeting to count the ballots and see if this motion passes on Wednesday, November 19th. This is the standard meeting date that we have. We'll do it at the clubhouse, like I said, Wednesday, November 19th at 6 p.m. What we need everyone to do is fill out their ballot, and that ballot is going to come on a golden piece of paper, and we'll just ask you to vote yes or no on it. And we also included a self-addressed stamped envelope, so you don't even have to pay for it. Just fill it out, sign the information in the spots here, but you also have to sign on the envelope. So please sign those, stick it in the mail. I'd love to have those back by, or you probably want to get it in the mail by November 12th, so it gives it a week's time to show up at the Thrive office. You can also drop your ballot off on Wednesday, November 19th, if you attend the meeting. And for any reason, if you don't see this in the mail, contact Thrive and they'll send it out to you. But if you can't get it back in time and you can't make the meeting, you can email your response to Jatana Wiley at jwiley@thrivewithus.us. So, folks, these are the things that we need everyone to do is please send in your ballots. I'd love to make sure that we get at least 90, 95, 100. I'd love to see 129 ballots returned. But I'd love to at least get over 90, 95 ballots so we have a good idea of what the majority of the community wants to do. We need this money. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We need the money to stay afloat. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot me an email at lugalon@outlook.com or email Jatana at jwiley with thrivewithus.com. I appreciate everybody's time. Like I said, if you have any questions, shoot me an email. Thank you so much, and everybody have a great day.